Hey, this is Dr. Ty Watts. I am here on the red carpet at the Jesus Girl Conference, and let me just tell you this, it has been incredible. If you weren't here, you know what? You should get a DVD or CD because it was phenomenal. But guess who's on the red carpet with me? I got Lisa Nichols on the red carpet. How are you on today?
Well, I can't be anything other than amazing after having the several nights with the Jesus Girl Conference. This was on fire. Some of the best people on the planet, best songs, best praise and worship, best message, messages. And I feel great. I feel like there's a restored, renewed energy in me. I know that I came to give value, but I love how God works. There's so much I've gotten that the deposit is just, it's the ROI, the return on the investment is just coming out. So I feel awesome, grateful, honored to be standing beside you and in this space.
Yeah. You taught our motivational session, which was incredible. And you said so much on today, but my question that I would love to ask you is, how did the Lisa Nichols back then, through all her obstacles and all of her situations, see her Lisa now?
The Lisa back then, 1994, 1999, 2000, the Lisa that was not only broke, but broken. And I always say, if I'm broke, I just have to figure out how to make money. But the hard part was figuring out how to not be broken, how to overcome being broken. Broken was me not believing in myself. So a large part of it was really understanding the possibility. So the Lisa back then had to know that my past does not equal my future. That my past is not a setback. My past is not a fortress. That my past is a setup. My past is a path, that my past informs my future. So the Lisa I am now makes decisions based on the Lisa I was then and some of the things she did and what happened. That informs me. And so everything is fuel, like recognizing everything is fuel. Nothing is designed for my failure. Nothing. No matter how hard I hit the ground, how long I lay down, how many tears come out while I'm down there, nothing is designed for my failure. Everything is designed to feed me, feed my future with a success story, or feed my future with information on what to avoid to be successful. In whatever relationship, my spiritual development, my health and wellness, my financial, whatever it is, I either have a successful experience that I love the outcome, or have another experience that's informing me what to do differently. Both of those I could use. That right there, Apostle Ty, that was everything for me. Then I stopped keeping score. Oh, I can't do it because I stopped keeping score. And I started keeping track. Keeping track is very different than keeping score. Keeping score is collecting evidence on why it won't work. Keeping track is documenting what you did and understanding, do I want to do this again because I'll repeat the outcome, or do I want to do something different to have a different outcome? That right there, moving from keeping score to keeping track, was everything for me.
Yeah. You teach a freedom and it liberates everyone who hear you. My question is, can you mark the first time you realized you were in your realm of freedom?
Wow, that's a great, so yes I can, and it's multiple times, because freedom happened in layers for me. It happened in layers on the amount of freedom I gave myself in one particular area, but it also happened in different areas. So I gave myself financial freedom years before I gave myself health and wellness freedom, right? I gave myself spiritual freedom before I gave myself any other freedom. And then that freedom went away because circumstances happened. I made up stories, and the freedom I had spiritually, I no longer had. So it don't come and stay. Like, it comes and you have to actively participate in keeping it there. So the financial awareness, freedom, and space you were in 10 years ago, you might not be in today, right? The health and wellness. So yes, I remember in my financial realm, I remember the moment that I recognized that I could buy my financial freedom. See, my finances always happened to me. I was raised with my mom saying, money burns my pockets. I got to spend it before I get it. So I was raised to rob Peter to pay Paul. I thought there was really a Peter and a Paul. And I thought that one was always mad because we robbed one of them to pay the other one. And I was raised with feast famine. 1 week I'm going to have a lot. 1 week I'm going to have nothing. 1 week I'm going to have everything I need. 1 week is going to be skinny. You know, we used to eat I wish sandwiches on the second week. I wish I had some meat. So my lifestyle was like that. And so I remember the first time I saved, I put money away just a little bit, and my ends met. I didn't run out of money before I ran out of month. Then I remember not only they meet, they overlap. Then I realized that Peter and Paul can both be paid. When I realized that, and it was because of my choices. There was no hookup. I didn't get a raise. Someone didn't come in and rescue me. It was the choices I made with my pennies. Just simply made more dollars. And I just began to manipulate the money. Go, hold on, I can manipulate the money. And then when I stopped having everything, needing everything tomorrow, and went, I'll wait 60 days. I'll wait 6 months. I'll wait a year. And I read in this book once, wealthy people, this one guy, I was offended by it. I was offended by it. So I might offend some people. But if I offend you, I was offended too, right? So he said, one of the distinct difference between wealthy people and people that live in struggle is that wealthy people are always planning 3 to 5 to 10 years out, when people in struggle plan 30 days. Right. I've been planning 30 days. Like, what am I going to do this month? 6 months stretch me. A year? I'll make a plan a year and forget about it in 15 days. When I begin to make a plan for a year and live it out, make a plan for 6 months, live it out, all of a sudden I can manage and manipulate where I was going. I can influence my finances. I literally could influence it. And so that was, the financial one was big for me. And I say that not because money is first for me, but money was the most visible pain point in my life. I was in the county building once a month, making sure I was qualified again. I got my EDT card. I got my WIC. I was getting my free pasta, my butter, my milk. I was in the free turkey line every Thanksgiving for about 4 Thanksgivings. So it was so prevalent in my life.
Stop by to mildly or moderately or significantly disrupt you. And inside any form of mediocrity, on behalf of God, I stop by with full authority to mildly, moderately, or significantly disrupt you in any form of smallness, any form of limited thinking, any form of internal self-created chaos. I just stopped by. Now, I also stopped by to inspire you to the next level, the next best version of yourself. So you can introduce yourself to the next best version of you. so that you can see her, see him so clearly. You can taste it. Like when you have a taste for something, like I got a taste for some cornbread, and then you start tasting in your mouth before you get it, and you ain't going to stop till you get it with butter and heated. I want to create that kind of momentum and desire on your palate for the next best version of you. Because see, that version won't be Google downloaded. Hello, somebody. Hello, you can search Google for a lot of things, but you can't search Google for the next best version of yourself. You just, it ain't gonna work. And nor can you microwave this. Now, that's a whole, it's amazing what folks think they can cook in the microwave. My grandmama says, baby, ain't nothing that you've ever loved that came out of my kitchen was created in the microwave. It was all created in the oven. All of it. So we have to see the next best version of ourselves. So in order to do that, we have to first look at the parts of us that we're complete with. See, you want to grab on to something new, but then God said, well, how am I going to put it in your hands when your hands are full of limitation? Your hands are full of an old kind. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me set it up a little bit. The parts of this conversation might sting a bit. So I'm going to tell you now that I love you. And I love you so much that I'm willing to give you the necessary conversation on behalf of the woman, the man you're becoming. Does that sound all right? And what I had to do in order to do this, I had to free myself from being liked in every moment. And I see my sister like that too. She's like, look, I'm just going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Right? And then you choose what you want to take, chew on. You choose if you like me afterwards. My grandmother also said, your perception of me ain't none of my business. Right? Hello, somebody. You can have that one too. Your perception of me ain't none of my business. And every time I'm trying to manage your perception of me, I'm outside of the truth about myself. Authentic, hashtag be authentic, like my sister said. And so let me just be the truth and share the truth. Like Pastor said last night, be the truth. And then you choose what you want to digest and if you like me afterwards. May I do that? Yes? Okay, amen. So then on that note, there's so many things that's waiting for you. Waiting for you to release some things that you're holding on to because there's no space for it to currently exist in your life. Hello, hello, hello. And we're such a pursuit society, especially with internet. Now we can just become information junkies. But we ain't doing nothing with half the information we done got. So I'm going to say take an information diet. Like I say, I'm not going to get anything new. No new information until I've lived out the information I know. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. People say, Lisa, how did you get there? Oh, I simply put into action what I learned. And I didn't go learn anything else until I put into action what I currently learned. To be responsible and respectful for the person who had taught me. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. And the fact that I'm functionally dyslexic, and I found out I was functionally dyslexic in my mid-20s.
Lack was so prevalent in my life. I would go to Costco's using my dad's card, go to Costco's and get a big thing of beanies and weenies. And I'd make beanies and weenies and I'd break it down into 6 meals. Then I'd make spaghetti. I'd break it down into 6 meals. And one day I would freeze them. One day I'd pull the beanies and weenies out and thaw them out. The next day I did spaghetti. Next day I did beanies and weenies. I did that for 3 years. So for me, when I began to influence something, I needed to influence my finances so that I can at least breathe. And when I could breathe, I went, well, hold on, I can influence everything like this. It was a big awakening for me because I was in the front seat of my life, but I was in the front passenger seat of my life. And because I'm a leader and I make things sound great, it sounded like I was in the driver's seat. But I would talk about how life, I'm doing the best with what I have. I'm doing the best with what I have. Hold on. What do I need to do to have more? Like I never asked that question. Yeah. I said, I'm doing the best with what I have. I'm making it work. Yeah. And I was motivating others with my mess. Like, you know how we are. If we're a leader, we're a leader. Yeah. I was motivating them to do the best with what they have. And then I said, hold on. How do we have more? How do I influence what I have?
That's good. That's good. You have something incredible coming up in May. Speaking Right. Is it workshop, conference? What?
Speaking Right to Make Millions conference.
All right. So it's coming up in May. I want you to tell, because there's somebody that's watching you right now, and they're like, oh my God, this lady is incredible. And she is.
Amen.
And so you
Thank
have
you.
this incredible conference that's coming up. Can you share with us and give us as much information that you can?
I know. So
Yeah.
it's not being marketed yet, but that's okay, because I made the rules up. I can change them, so
Oh,
it's all
exclusive.
good. It's all a good, yeah. So Speaking Right to Make Millions is designed to help support the entrepreneur and the parallelpreneur. Entrepreneurs, you have a dream, you want to birth it. Parallelpreneurs, you work for someone, but you also have a dream in your belly as well, and you want to discover your voice. You don't have to want to be a platform speaker. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, I want to inspire people every time I open my mouth. As a bank teller, as a photographer, as a pastor, as a husband, as a mother, I want to inspire people, and I want to find more of my voice and my essence and set it free.
Yeah.
So that's the context. And if you want to be a speaker, author, or coach, it's home for you. Because I help you build the brand called you. Help you understand. Don't be a lane, one lane, of conversation. Be a super highway.
That's awesome.
Like, that's the idea of not building one thing for the next 6 months, but build it for the next 6 years. Let's design your breathtaking future. Then let's spend some time together living into it over the next several years. Let's just play big and bold like that. If your knees were knocking and your teeth were chattering and you're playing bigger than you ever played before, what would you be doing? And who would you be playing with? So I collect and corral some of the most amazing thinkers on the planet. They come in from about 12 to 18 different countries. There's over 550 people live in the room, and there's over 1,200 people online from 14 different countries. They're literally chiming in at 3 in the morning in their country. They go to bed during the day and stay up all night and learn all night for 3 days with us. Now, I got to tell you, this is what and I don't repeat this often, but I was told by my students, they said, Lisa, you got to tell people if they come. It's a cross between one of the most intensive trainings that they've ever experienced, because I'm a teacher, with a revival, because I'm led by God. And in my world, people come from everywhere. But there are times when you go, now, is this church? And it's a 3-day party, because I believe that what's celebrated gets repeated. And so I got to celebrate my small wins, because we all got a little 3-year-old in us. Yeah. A 3-year-old, you say, yay! And they go, I'm going to do it again. So I get to yay again. If we treat ourselves like that. And so we celebrate the wins. I connect you by putting you in proximity with some amazing change agents who are radically successful in their own right. And all of a sudden, new business starts. You get new business partners. You get new business investors. You get new clients. You get new friends. You get new prayer partners. People got married. Like, crazy things happen when you come together, and the intention is connection. And the intention is serve. So I tell everyone, come to serve others. That's all I want you to do, is come to serve others. You'll be taken care of. Because if you come to serve others, 549 people came to serve you. Girl.
That's good.
Girl.
That's good.
I created what I needed. I didn't have this one as I was developing and honing and getting clear. I didn't have it. I just created what I needed. And so I invite you to come out. I invite you to be radical. I invite you to move a mountain. I'm not asking for it to be convenient for you. I'm asking for your conviction to be greater than your convenience. And so if you choose, every year we sell out. Every year we have standing room only. Every year we have to turn people away. So it's going to happen. It's not a question. It's our 11th event of such. And you can go to Speak AND. Speak AND Write WRITE speakandwriteworkshop.com. Again, that's Speak and Write, just like speaking and writing, speakandwriteworkshop.com. It's already posted. We just haven't sent anyone there yet because the seats get taken up really fast. So because you are well connected, you get a pre-invitation that is not available to anyone else. And if you want to come secure your seat, you can secure your seat. But I am going to recommend, should you choose to come, it'll be in La Jolla, California, in San Diego, California, May 4th, 5th, and 6th. So you got time. If you choose to come and join us on May 4th, 5th, and 6th in San Diego, eat your Wheaties. Get your sleep. I'm not saying it's not a joke. It's not something that's not a gimmick. You will burn out long before we're done if you don't take your and I recommend take B12. Get the liquid B12 from the vitamin store, put it under your tongue. I mean, go into it like, okay, we're going into an intensive, we're going into some boot camp. Like, go into it with that mindset. I always tell people 3 days before, back off the bread, back off the pasta, you know, just kind of eat a little lighter, just so your neurons are firing off very, very powerfully, because it's going to come at you a lot from a 360 angle. You want to get it.
All right, so y'all got it right here, the exclusive
Yes.
on Thai TV. You don't get that nowhere else. Listen, I am on the red carpet at the Jesus Girl Conference. It has
Yes.
been incredible,
Yes,
phenomenal,
it has.
life-changing. I'm here with none other than Lisa Nichols. It don't get no better than this. You got to keep it locked, because you never know who you're going to see on the red carpet. We'll be right back.